could you have bought and should you have bought? Here's our very good friend Chris on the line. Chris!
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good morning in the future.
Well done, my friend. There's a long-time listener, because we never quite know how to address things while we're floating around here in cyberspace. So, Chris, what have you got for us? I understand a thing I threw out ages ago about the very worst time you could ever bump into anyone I see on the piece of paper in front of me. What is it, Chris?
Well, it was in the early 80s, and I was working for a catering company for it was actually at the Badminton Horse Trials.
Okay.
So, lots of, you've got to remember, early 80s, lots of Hoorah Henrys.
Very good.
And I was given the responsibility of filling up one of the bars that we had on the site. Lots of gin and tonics being drunk, lots of bottles of champagne.
Sounds lovely.
And I decided that, being a rough, tough, late teenager, that I could carry at least 5 crates of tonic from the storage tent to the bar.
That's some weight. That's a height and a weight. 5 crates of tonic. Yes, okay.
So I'm staggering from the store cupboard through to the bar tent on a glorious summer's day, and in between there was a huge crowd of people. I feel so I'm sort of edging around the side of the crates, trying to find my way through. Seeing this huge crowd, I thought, well, I'm not going to go all the way round. I'm just going to fight my way through the middle. So I started edging through. Excuse me, terribly sorry. And then, after about 5 minutes, it became clear there was nobody there. I thought, well, this is great. So I carried on.
What do you mean there was nobody there? You were going through an area that's usually crowded that was deserted?
It was crowded, and then there was a vacuum, if you like, in the foot traffic.
Okay, there's a vacuum in the foot traffic. How beautifully put. Okay, yeah.
So I then felt myself bumping into somebody in this vacuum, and I said, I'm terribly sorry. Turned around, and it was Princess Anne.
What a remarkable phrase that is. Turned around, Princess Anne. And so there is the Princess Royal, while you're struggling, being an erstwhile potman, etc., with 5 cases full of tonic, and the gracious princess, did she say, I'll give you a hand with those, or just pass by?
I honestly can't remember if she said anything. I think my first reaction was to hide behind the crate, and with my head bent down and my feet moving one in front of the other, headed straight for the crowd on the other side of the circle that was engulfing her with the photographers, and disappeared into the crowd.
Now, hang on, I've just realised, so there was a big gap because she was there being photographed, and out of the morass you appeared, like Mr. Pastry, there's one of the teenagers, holding all these... Oh, what a comic moment. This is Mr. Bean incarnate. Do you know if there's any photographs of Princess Anne with man with 5 crates behind staggering into shot? There must be.
I wish there was. The thing is, the innocence of youth, you don't think of the tabloid...
But they never send them on anyway, Chris, to be absolutely honest. What they do is, we'll send you a copy of that, and they never did. I was photographed with Led Zeppelin once, he said, with some bitterness. Anyway, so Anne herself, as far as you know, was quite gracious about it and all of that. But did you say, excuse me, love, or anything like that?
No, I don't use the words like love, I'm not a taxi driver.
I thought it was a bit rich when you come on and said, full of toffs and all that. I thought, you don't sound like he's born in Bethnal Green, my friend. But nevertheless, so Chris, have you ever met any royalty since then?
Well, I'll tell you something. I've never told anybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's just us. It's just us. Yeah. I promise you, we'll edit this bit out if it turns in any way to be something you regret. Go on.
Well, my father was, during the war, stationed in Box, in Wiltshire.
Okay.
In Box.
Yeah.
Now, Box has got this huge, long tunnel built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
Oh, that's great.
And he was in the Home Guard. Now, shortly after the war, he apprenticed as a trainee plumber, and he was taken by his gaffer to go along to some barracks where a certain individual was stationed, and it happened to be Prince Philip. And he had to put some new piping and to rearrange the heating in this particular barracks where he was stationed, and as he was there with his gaffer, the valet said, "Here, come and have a look at this." And he opened up a drawer, and in the drawer were all the love letters sent by Princess Elizabeth to Prince Philip. And they spent a merry hour and a half reading all the love letters.
Oh, my lord, this is extraordinary. Has he ever passed on any tidbits?
The only thing was that she kept signing her letters Lilipeth.
Yeah, Lilibeth. This is absolutely the bona fides of it, because she does it. Lilibeth is the name between them. And your old man, of course, I don't know if he's still with us and stuff, but he gallantly put them back after reading them all. But gallantly put them back and tiptoed away from this drawer. Yeah.
He certainly did, and I'm now worried that the Royal Police are going to be on to him for the high treason.
No, Chris. No, Chris. The AD Breakfast Show is listened to throughout the palace, and they'll take their lead from us. Only if we say this should be taken further, will it be taken further.
Take it further.
Take it further. Chris, thank you very much. Well, Chris, I can't tell you how terrific that was. Wasn't that something?
That's great.